Now the next example is kind of a similar problem. We have two functions and we're trying to find the shaded area, which is an area that's bounded between the two functions. Now again, we'll have to find the limits of integration, and we'll also have to decide whether we want to do f minus g or g minus f. Now you may think it doesn't really matter that much, but since in this case g of x equals 0. But the thing is that negative sign will make a difference. So if you look at it, and let me make g of x a little bit bigger, so now it's a little bit easier to see. So in this section, g of x is above f of x. So then for that region, the integral should be g minus f. And if you look at the graph, this is from this point right here is negative 3, and this point is 0. So that's from negative 3 until 0. The integral should be g minus f, from negative 3 to 0. That will give me this shaded area. And then for the second part, for this region, I can see that f is the function on top and g is the function on the bottom. So this one should be f minus g. And the limits of integration will be from 0 until 1. And so then of course my total area will just be from adding these two areas together. So then my area will be the integral of g of x minus f of x from negative 3 to 0, plus the integral from 0 to 1 of f of x minus g of x. So now we can just evaluate each of these integrals. Now of course g of x just equals 0. So then our integration will simplify a little bit to this and to this. Now let's plug in the value of f of x. And now we just need to evaluate each of these integrals. So first let me evaluate this one. So the first thing you can do is distribute that negative sign. And next we can find the antiderivative of this function, which we can easily find using the power rule for integration. Now we can plug in our limits of integration. Of course, this whole first piece will be 0. So then we'll get negative 63/4. So all of this right here is equal to negative 63/4. But then we still have this negative sign from the outside. So then together, we just get positive 63/4. So we can plug that value in for this integral right here. Okay, next we just need to evaluate this integral. So first we can find the antiderivative, which is equal to this, and then we plug in the limits of integration. Now, of course, all of this right here is equal to 0. So then just this part will give us 29/12. So we can take that number and plug it in. So our area is just going to equal 63/4 plus 29/12, which equals 109 divided by 6. So that's the area of this shaded region.